Hello everyone, here's your weather hazard briefing for Monday, July 15th. We do have more thunderstorms today and to some extent pretty much every day this week, but today should be similar to yesterday, a little more widespread activity than what we're expecting later on down the road. Now, like I said, those thunderstorms continue today, and like yesterday, some of those storms did produce a good amount of rainfall. That potential is there today. A lot of these storms, especially over outside of the central mountains again, producing wind gusts over 35 and in some areas potentially over 45 miles per hour, mainly over the lower elevations and with the stronger storms. With that moisture around today, it will be still a bit cooler today, probably be the coolest day of the week. And then with high pressure building back in, it will be warming up, but we're not going to get the extreme heat we saw last week. A lot of that has to do with some mid-level monsoon moisture sticking around over the next several days. Satellite shows moisture lifting off to the north and to the east over the area this morning so far. This trend will continue throughout the day as we have a little wave moving through the area. So we've even had a few thunderstorms overnight. We might see a storm or two before we get into the afternoon hours today, so don't be surprised with that across our area. It does look like the best chance of thunderstorms will be over portions of the central mountains and over some of the higher elevations. We'll look at that lightning probability here in just a moment. But where we do have critical conditions based on thunderstorm coverage over portions of the eastern and southeastern highlands, also up around portions of Limhi County, and extending in some extent back down towards the Mackay area. Might not be quite hitting that in a few areas today, but it's been so dry out there. It is not going to take a lot of thunderstorm or lightning and wind activity to get things going today and over the next several days. But you'll notice we have the potential of thunderstorms, and we'll be going back to more of a dry thunderstorm regime versus a mix of wet and dry. There will be a daily chance of seeing a few storms producing some decent rainfall, but more and more of those thunderstorms will be trending toward the dry side as we go through the rest of the week. Now, for this afternoon, temperatures, like I said, will be the coolest day. In some areas, not getting out of the 80s for afternoon highs, but the humidity with those with that cloud cover around, the monsoon moisture will be up across the area today. And lightning probability, the best chance will be over along the Wyoming border into Wyoming, where we're seeing the 20 to 30% chance, especially outside of the southeast highlands. That's probably going to be closer to 20% lightning potential in those areas, but otherwise still maybe an isolated thunderstorm even in the lower elevations. The portions of the Snake Plain, the Treasure and Magic Valleys, not much in the way of thunderstorm activity expected. We might see a storm or two, especially with outflow coming out of the highland areas to this afternoon. And you'll notice things quickly winding down during the evening. The better chance is still remaining off to our east into Wyoming by the time we get into around sunset and later this evening. And there's that potential of 1/10 of an inch of rain or more. It's there. Most areas won't see that, but like yesterday, we in the Pocatello area, for example, some folks almost saw about a 1/2 inch of rain with a pretty good thunderstorm or two moving over the area. So that potential is there. Let's not ignore that for today. Now, going to tomorrow, we do warm up a little bit and we do dry out. But like I said, high pressure building overhead, the monsoon moisture really doesn't get out of here this time. So that kind of gives us a little cloud cover to keep temperatures down during the day, but also that potential of shower and thunderstorm activity each day. We'll skip ahead to Friday, and you'll notice we do warm up. The humidity's not changing too much across the area, and this will be fluctuating day to day depending on if we get a little better surge of cloud cover, a little more moisture moving in, or we get a little more sunshine. But the general trend is a little bit drier and warmer with thunderstorms in the forecast for the rest of the week. But again, today, at least for the next few days, today is the best chance of seeing thunderstorms over some areas. Most storms will be dry. There'll be some that will produce some decent rainfall and gusty winds as well with that activity today. Have a great Monday and do stay safe out there, everyone.